Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Thank you very much to all of our presenters. I'd like to hear you. Wouldn't you like to hear him? Now, I think that is a welcome. Do you not think so, sir?
Absolutely. First of all, I really would like to thank every one of you for giving me such a warm welcome. Thank you so much. It was humbling for me to hear all the research people who have done research in their field and are speaking from the knowledge and the experience. It was very, very humbling. I'm absolutely about a month old in the prison system. So I just joined about a month ago. So for me, coming here was more about learning actually, to hear what everyone has to speak about, maybe to share some experiences. And trust me, I've jotted down now many of the things which, while you were speaking, because they made a lot of sense to me. And I sincerely hope I'll be able to at least start them while I'm posted in this job. It was very nice to hear Mr. Sandeep when he spoke about his aftercare treatment and why it's important to give them hope to those who are hopeless. Probably yours is a journey from hopelessness to hope, giving something to look forward to those who might have might feel lost when they get out of prison system. That's something that I'm taking back with me. Another thing which I really I'm taking back is making role model to play with. There should be role models of both kinds. I may look upon someone as my leader, as my role model, or we can get someone who has been through them, which you are doing, to show them what it takes to walk that mile. We had done earlier an experiment with those kids, with Dr. Rajesh, thank you so much for that, with about 4,000 high-risk juveniles, I won't say juvenile, children, who were at a high risk for drug abuse, who are likely to become drug addicts in next 1 year because of their exposure. One of their team leaders, we used to engage them for 2 hours in the evening with something constructive with play. And the team leader was one who was an ex-drug addict and has now, giving them the leadership. If I can, so can you. So this role model has been very, very successful. The dropout rates from the schools in this program dropped down to just 5% from almost about 45%, doctor, in 1 year. The aim was to take these kids back to school where they should be, and they did. Even after 1 year of the completion of the program, they were still able to speak about what's happening, why it's happening, what to do about it, about the drug issues which they are exposed to. To me, that was a game changer for these kids. When Ms. Natalia spoke about her experiences, it reminded me that I have to go back and work for open jail and semi-open jail, ma'am. And when you were speaking, I was getting goosebumps as to, true, no one would like to remain there or go back to a normal prison. I was having an interaction with inmates last week. It was a freewheeling experience where we were, how shall I put it, where we were sharing, what happened at the moment when that event happened that made you come here. What was your role in that and what was your part in that? Because most of the most of the people find it very difficult to accept where did they go wrong. So acceptance of their role in what happened was the first step. And religious is a much maligned thing, but we used it. We had we have Hindus, we have Muslims, and we have Sikhs there, 3 kinds of people. And we all were sharing experiences on what our scriptures speak about that emotion. It was a very wonderful experience. Most of them said that it was an ego which hurt them at that time. Let's say, for example. So we all have characters in our scriptures who have acted out of an ego and the subsequent follow-up of the actions. If those are Indians, they would know what happened in Mahabharata when, Duryodhana and all those kind of things. We have a beautiful storyline, And they have been given a homework. They'll be coming back. So what I'm trying to speak here is, when you connect with the inmates from heart to heart, if I'm speaking from my head, it'll never touch your heart. If I want to touch your heart, I have to speak from my heart. I have to connect with you. I have to come down to that level. That's something that we are trying to inculcate here, and it has brought us wonderful results here. In Delhi, we are registering about 200,000 cases every day, and one of the basic principles of the criminal justice system here is bail, not jail. That's the basic principle. So despite having every year about 200,000 cases registered, we have just about 20,000 inmates so far in Tihar jail. It should have been far, far much more had this policy was not there. And yet, I'm having overcrowding here. So it's very, very important that we all go back and understand that criminal justice system has to have a layered, tiered response to a certain crime. Right now, we treat every crime and the punishment is same, which is very sad. The first-timers also live through the same quote-unquote nightmare as probably the third-timer. To my mind, that's not fair. That impedes, you are not keeping any brownie points for being good. If you are incarcerating people at the same level, they need to be treated differently. When Mr. Paul White spoke about sexual offenders, even we have a very serious problem with that, and our law is very, very stringent on these. We call it POSCO. So if a child is offended sexually, it's a very, very stringent act, and the punishments are also as stringent. The trial is also put on a fast track, and bails are also not so easy to come by. It's treated as a very, very serious offense. Even if those try to hide are also as guilty of that offense as the actual perpetrator. So, but at the end of the day, I realized we all are facing literally the same problems. We are trying to find the solutions in our own way, with a different mix of, optimizing the solutions or possibilities that we have. But need to share at such platforms what can be done, what need to be done. I'm going today with a lot of things that I'm going to do in the next 6 months. So thank you everyone for enriching me and helping me do my job better. And in the end, I'm thanking every one of you once again for patiently listening to me. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Thank you, ma'am.
I just wanted to say, Inspector General, we're going to make you an honorary member of the World Federation of Therapeutic Communities.
My honor.
Please join us. What do you think, Steve? He could be a member of the Criminal Justice Committee, right?
That's right.
Cool.
We welcome him.
All right.